speaking of the test beds, take us through the process. So we had the king size test bed. Can you explain how we came to that decision?
Yes. Well, normally test beds are just a couple of weeks of nowcasting or forecasting. And last year, in January, the project had one intensive test bed. And from the feedback the project gathered from the forecasters and the community observers, they decided to do a king-size test bed that is covering the whole rainy season. So this is quite unique
Yes.
of this test bed because we're not only doing the research on the nowcasting and the dissemination of messages to the community, but it's also a way to test how the Met services could do it in the long term.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we got here. We started on the 1st of October in 2024, last year, and it will end at the end of April 2025. And we are having this intensive period, which started on the 30th of January, and we will continue until the 7th of February.
Can you tell us then about the process between the forecasters and the communities?
We started building this bridge between forecasters and community observers since the co-production workshops, where the community observers were giving feedback on the template that the forecasters were going to use during the test bed. And they were also trained about what is a nowcast, how they will be received, and how they would spread the information in their communities. From the start of the king size test bed, the Met services have been issuing nowcasts when necessary. Well, this during the extensive period of the test bed, they were issuing nowcasts only when there was a weather event that had high impact in the communities. And then the community observers will spread this information within their communities, and they will give us feedback via a Google form and a WhatsApp group and messages. So we are collecting structured feedback from them through the Google form and receiving videos and photos that confirm the validity of the nowcast. And during this intensive period where we are all here together, they are producing nowcasts every 2 hours. We're receiving feedback from the community observers 3 times a day. And we have evaluation teams that are assessing the quality of each nowcast that is issued.
Can you just tell us some of the highlights, from the king size test bed to now, why we're here this past 2 weeks?
Well, there's have been a lot of lessons learned and achievements. Through the daily meetings, we've identified training needs for the forecasters that have been addressed before the test bed started. We've also seen how the Met services that are partnered in the project, like INAM, CMD, and SOS, have taken ownership of the project, and now they are issuing nowcasts even without the support of the scientists. And also, we've seen how CMD and SOS and INAM have made innovations to the nowcast template. So they have added some icons, which is really good for people that cannot read. CMD also has started to use the template and using impact-based forecast to support the decisions. And SOS has also adapted the template to suit their operations. Here during the intensive test bed, the forecasters are more careful when they issue a nowcast, because here we are assessing or verifying every nowcast that they issue. So I think that's a great win. And also they've been issuing voice notes to the Kanyama community in English and Nyanja.
Right. And what's next after this? After the test bed, what's going to happen?
We will go back to the king size mode, where we have the online meetings. The forecasters from the 3 countries provide the outlook forecast for the next 3 days every day. And we hope that with all the capacity building that we've been doing during the test bed, they keep improving the quality of the nowcast, and they are also doing a verification of the nowcast on their own. And hopefully they will be able to institutionalize nowcasting services in their offices.